Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of In Focus with Ken Clough Photography, the podcast where we pull back the curtain on the world of photography, weddings, creativity, and storytelling. I'm your host, Ken Clough, and today we're diving into a question that almost every couple asks at some point during the wedding planning process. Is it really possible to find affordable wedding photography without sacrificing quality? Spoiler alert, yes it is, and I'm going to tell you exactly how. But first, let's take a step back and look at how weddings have changed over the years. Weddings have changed, so should photography packages. Weddings today are not what they were 20 or even 10 years ago. They're not all held in banquet halls or country clubs. They're in barns, backyards, vineyards, mountain overlooks, art galleries, and even small living rooms with just a handful of guests. They're big, they're tiny, they're formal, funky, and everything in between. Some couples have full-day affairs with hundreds of guests and sparkler exits. Others want a short and sweet courthouse ceremony followed by dinner with close friends. The point is, there is no such thing as a standard wedding anymore. So why are so many photography studios still offering the same cookie-cutter packages? I believe wedding photography should reflect you, your story, your values, and your budget. That's why one-size-fits-all packages just don't cut it anymore. Couples today want flexibility, transparency, and control over how their memories are captured. And that's exactly what we offer at Ken Clough Photography. How Ken Clough Photography keeps it high quality and affordable. Let's talk specifics. At Ken Clough Photography, I've made it my mission to make high-end photography accessible and affordable, no matter what your wedding size or style. Here's how we do it. Number 1, build your own package. Rather than forcing you into a one-size-fits-all bundle, we offer a simple hourly rate. You decide how many hours you need, whether it's 2, 4, 6, or the full day, and we build from there. This means you're not locked into paying hours you don't use or features you don't need. Number 2, only add the extras you want. Need an engagement shoot? Add it. Want a second shooter? Done. Don't need either? Great. Skip them. We don't upsell for the sake of it. You're in control and you get to customize exactly what you want your photography experience to include. Number 3, efficient, intentional scheduling. One of the biggest ways to make wedding photography more affordable is through smart scheduling. Together, we look at your timeline and identify the key moments you want to capture. The ceremony, portraits, speeches, cake cutting, first dance, and we figure out how to fit those into a tighter, more efficient photography window. And here's a little industry secret. Not everything has to happen live. That's where Hollywooding it up comes in. We can stage key events like the cake cutting or first dance earlier in the day when lighting is better and everyone's energy is high. The result? Gorgeous photos, less time needed, and major cost savings. Number 4, affordable wedding videography. Let's not forget about videography, because sometimes a photograph isn't quite enough to capture the laughter, the vows, or that special moment when your partner tears up seeing you walk down the aisle. But videography has a reputation for being expensive, and rightly so. Full-day cinematic video coverage can add thousands to your budget. That's why we've created flexible and affordable videography options that can be added to your photography package without breaking the bank. Need just a highlight reel of the ceremony and toasts? We can do that. Want a short social media friendly video that captures the vibe of your day? Absolutely. We shoot with high quality equipment, edit with care, and offer real emotional storytelling that's accessible for couples who don't want a full video production, but still want something meaningful. Photography freezes the moment. Videography brings it back to life. At Ken Clough Photography, you don't have to choose one over the other. You can have both, affordably. Real talk. What matters most? Look, weddings are deeply personal, and I believe your photography should be just as unique as your celebration. Whether you're planning a grand event with hundreds of guests or an intimate backyard gathering, you deserve a photographer who meets you where you are, creatively and financially. And I'll be honest with you, it's not just about affordability, it's about value. When you work with someone who takes the time to understand your vision, respect your budget, and genuinely cares about telling your story, that's when the real magic happens. We're not just clicking a shutter, we're preserving history. You should never have to go into debt to make that happen. Ready to start planning? Let's talk. If you're in the early stages of wedding planning and feeling overwhelmed by all the options out there, take a deep breath and let's talk. I offer free consultations where we go over your plans, your budget, and your priorities. Together, we'll build a photography and videography plan that works for you. You can reach out through the website, message me on Instagram, or send a quick email. No pressure, just a conversation. Because at the end of the day, I believe everyone deserves beautiful photos and videos of their wedding without the stress and without the sticker shock. Well, that's all for today's episode of In Focus with Ken Clough Photography. If you found this episode helpful, do me a favor. Follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with someone who's planning a wedding. Let's keep spreading the word that great wedding photography doesn't have to be out of reach. Until next time, I'm Ken Clough. Keep smiling, keep dreaming, and keep loving focus.